Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mid-Season Cup 2024. We are getting ready for the final match of the day. It's See You Soon against the Selangor Red Giants, champions of their own respective region. And finally, we are going to be back in the draft with the conclusion of what we have witnessed of the previous issue. All is fine, everything is fixed, it's husky and abstract here to continue the action.
Yeah, so what we saw in the previous, or rather, what we saw in the draft previously was exactly what we saw from SRG, right? All four of these heroes are pretty much selected. But for the side of See You Soon, we definitely saw something different, such as the Yuzhong as well as the Lapu Lapu. So that is wrong. We have the Yuzhong that is correct, but the Lapu is not right. So I suppose that now they're going to be looking out into a more solid roamer, and in this case, yes, it is understandable since they definitely need more of that crowd control capabilities.
Yeah, and just to give those who just tuned in a bit of context, we had a bit of a remake as See You Soon had a unfortunate mispick at the very end of the draft, but what you're seeing is basically it's almost the same, right? The first 4 picks for SRG remains the same. The 4 picks except for the Edith for See You Soon is also the same, so not much deviation for both teams. We'll see what SRG has in store for Stormy in that mid lane. I'm looking at potential Aurora, that could be an option as well. It's one of his favorite picks. He likes control mages, utility mages. Yves could be in consideration. Kagura, I assume that's not the intended pick as well, so we'll see what SRG comes out with.
Yep, not too sure if whether that is okay. It is an intended pick.
All right. So the only
it is an intended pick.
Yeah. So the only one that deviated was the Edith, right, which was previously a mistaken Lapu Lapu. So yeah, at least we get that out of the way. This Kagura, it's Heaven City for such a long time. I believe we did talk about it a little bit. So any expectations?
Honestly, when it comes down to both of these teams' draft, I am generally just pretty concerned for the fact that See You Soon's lineup doesn't have a lot of very much confirmed crowd controls, and they're all just relying on Onwards as well as Earth Shatter. Nothing else that really comes into my mind. While for the side of SRG, definitely seems a lot stronger in my honest opinion, and it will definitely take some time for them to eventually get themselves into the point whereby they will come online and being able to take the game by itself. But I'm genuinely curious how things is going to be panning out for this game, especially with Ikagura in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is game 1 of the 4th final match of the day. One of the most anticipated one between See You Soon and Selangor Red Giants. Obviously, it's been more than 100 days since SRG lost a series, so you could say that they have a perfect record up to this point. See if SRG can, see if FSYS can at least leave a stain on that, right? Get a game off of them. Earth Shadow connects and a Terrify onto Yums. Looking for first blood, Boxy the King going for the chase, but not able to find it.
Oh, unfortunate. Wasn't able to land final hit in, but well, it's not that big of a deal even if they let loose that Cho. But that pretty much makes Yums a little bit more scared in trying to be that aggressive against Boxy as well as Ra. So at least that is a statement that has already been thrown over to the side of Selangor Red Giants. Now, we take this opportunity to take... Oh, Sekai!
What? Sekai just goes for the invade, right? This is a Fanny. We talk about the tempo of Fanny. That's how fast he can be. First blood on the enemy jungler, nonetheless.
Wow, that's a big deal. A jungler on top of a jungler. That means that Sekai is very likely gonna hit level 5 for the next Lord if he really opted to do so.
Absolutely. And that means that the tempo has already kind of shifted over to SRG a little bit. So guys, looking for Boxy the King, finds the execution. That's 2 for Fanny.
Big start from the side of Selangor Red Giants. And once again, it doesn't seem like the members from the side of See You Soon is actively working out as to where this Fanny is, or information perhaps is just not exactly given all that much. So I am definitely going to be a little bit more concerned for what See You Soon may have got for themselves, especially since both of their junglers is very reliant on their purple buff. And as I said before, Yume's playing as a Cho. He's definitely going to be able to give a lot of this information as to what MP the King is doing, if whether they are actually in the purple buff. Selangor Red Giants will be able to make their move a lot earlier as compared to See You Soon.
Yeah, I mean, even so, right? He went for he's got the gold lane Roger with the war cry, and usually you would dominate a carry in the lane, but Innocent, he is prepared for that. He has the Brace Mind, so it's a slightly tankier carry build. It's harder to force him out of the lane. They can put some pressure on the Cram, get the Shard residue out, but Terizla not really affected. It's gonna be a killing spree. Guys, that takes out Soul on the top side. Innocent freed from his lane. Meanwhile, at the turtle, they lose MP the King again. Too brutal to show on screen. Black Dragon form is gonna be out from the side of Story on Felix. He wants to go on to Cram, but this Terizla is an immovable object.
Oh, that's not good. Coming right out pre 5 minutes.
And even Rai stole the Will of the Dragon, can't find a way to use it. This is the perfect start for SRG and a complete disaster for See You Soon.
Massive disaster. MP the King losing the purple buff twice because of the fact that he, well, died. So definitely would not be able to put a lot of impact into the game, and is just pretty much stuck in farming throughout this entire situation.
Yume's just finding so much info, right? They can't lock him down. And remember, Jit Kundo covers a lot more distance in this new patch. So Yume's gets away very easily. Flicker still down for another minute, but Yume's looking for Ra. Can't find him as Ra gets to safety as well. So SRD, they're not really gonna care too much about the turtle, but See You Soon sure as heck are in a rough place. Thankfully for MP the King, he will get his purple buff finally.
I think it's starting to really show See You Soon's weakness, right? The lack of crowd control. No one can really be able to stop the Selangor Red Giants once they start steamrolling. They can't stop them physically.
The King, pretty rough spot. Onwards dashes away. Here comes Sir Guys from the back. Stormy finds the kill. MP the King will take the turtle away. The Black Dragon forms Sir Guys with the remnants of his energy, tries to get away, but they will catch him. MP the King finds the kill. Yumes zones out the rest of SYS, but Sorry on Felix not so lucky. Kick back into the rest of SRG. Sorry on Felix finds distance, but picked up by Stormy on the way out. And SRG continues to fight Stormy still once more, but this time Soul will be a part of the fight. Finds the first kill, can't go for more. See You Soon retaliate.
So out of all of that, I believe that through the end of that,
whoa,
it's 2
whoa.
for 2.
Woo!
Almost. Sekai's literally took the highway down middle lane, trying to go for a quick little assassination attempt. Good try though, but not quite enough. Even though Sekai's, we're looking at 3 kills and 1 death, I'm pretty sure that amount of gold that he's managed to amass for himself is quite a bit already. But we're only looking at about 2,000 gold lead in favor for the Selangor Red Giants. And while in the meantime, Yumes as well as Innocent, all the way up to the top lane, it kind of seems like they really want to take control of the gold lane as much as possible.
And SRG have been able to amass almost 2,000 gold advantage. It is Stormy Kagura is pretty scary, right? Talk about the lack of crowd control from See You Soon, but at the same time, you get caught by the Kagura. One Yin Yang overturn, a full combo. That's gonna be lights out. Puts it to bed in an instant. See if See You Soon can recover from that. It seems like they have been making some pretty good ground. Penalty zone is gonna confused though. Sorry, Felix loses majority of his health bar. It's just gonna get slammed down into the ground.
Ooh.
Umbrella doesn't find enough damage, but still a short win. Make sure that the effort from his teammates was worth it. Finds the kill onto Sora and Felix, and Peter King does take out Yums in the mid side, and a double kill for the lane. And See You Soon finds recovery. 3 in the mid lane.
Wow, and even a turret dive. See You Soon didn't really care about anything throughout the fight at all. And yet they're able to draw 3 blood away from Selangor Giants. That's definitely not gonna be one of the ideal situations for the side of SRG. In the meantime, Turtle fight is something that we're gonna have to watch out for.
Krams gonna dodge the onwards, Innocent trying to put out the damage. Turtle will be secure. But MP the King should be able to get away with a finished poise if needed. See You Soon. Basically making sure that SRG are not going to start running away with the lead. In fact, with those few kills, as MP the King definitely has recovered. In fact, he's ahead in experience compared to Sakai's.
Yeah, within such a short span of time, I'm surprised.
He's getting kicked though. Baited, Innocent. He's dangling out in the open. So, all that praise, and he went down.
I don't know what's going on with this game, to be honest. This is kind of like, it feels very scrappy at the fact that, yes, we're looking at assassins versus assassins, so both teams want to go for as much kills as possible. But to the point that it kind of feels like is greed coming in from both of the junglers. They are just looking for any and every opportunity to just dive in, go for kills, and dip out. And didn't really focus too much about team fight per se. It's all about pickoffs, and pickoffs.
Yeah. And I think at the same time, it's also, we said that SRG, well, excuse me, SYS is a very scrappy team, right? They like the chaos. That's what they thrive in. That's the region, the identity of the region. SRG playing to their tune and playing it better somehow. Top tier 1 should be defended. Conceal coming up from Yums. Potential target will find a turret. 3-man knockout with the Jikundo. Yums will stall out time for his teammates, but Black Dragon Form will be used by MP the King. Well, at least from Story and Felix to the back, MP the King still looking for potential opening. Now finally shows up. Cram, the first one to fall. Yums also not that healthy. Sakai wants an angle but cannot find it. Petrify. Stormy locked down. Yin Yang overturned. Goes for the swap. So now it's going to be chased down by Sakai. The knockup from the Earth Shatter is insufficient. Innocent will end up going down. Both teams trading blows, and See You Soon coming out on top.
I would definitely say that the Selangor Giants didn't really get too much out of that fight. It would have been great if Sekai did manage to connect quite a lot of those shots, but in the meantime, middle lane, Stormy finds himself taken down by Boxy, but Sekai
We'll get the immortality and get the follow-up kill onto Boxy the King. Just one needs a bit more, finds the kill, needs to get away.
Ooh.
Finds safety as RG again striking back, but it's an even game so far for both teams, right? What seemed to be a potential snowball for SRG completely stopped by See You Soon.
I think that this game, we can't exactly put a finger as to who's actually winning. It's just kind of kills here, kills there, kills everywhere. As much as I find someone that is low in HP, HoaX is gonna go for it. Or perhaps MP the King is gonna go for it. It's very scrappy, and you can see HoaX all alone. He's just jumping into 3.
Absolutely punished by See You Soon. SRG, you gotta start to watch out a little bit, right? So guys had a good lead, but now all that down the drain. Lord gone on as well. Innocent. He's not gonna have a good time. Everyone from the side of See You Soon onto him. Innocent ends up going down, but it seems like SRG still wants to fight this. They feel like they have the damage. Penalty zone from Cram only locked enough for so long, but now they're on the retreat. See You Soon finds an exposed SRG vulnerable under their own turret. Stormy falls, and is actually a team wipe for See You Soon.
It's kind of confusing how that fight turned out to be, how it was initiated with HoaX just jumping into the opponent's jungle. They don't really have information. Like, I don't think that Yums actually opened up the map to really show that, okay, Ling is here in the purple buff, and how many people is around. There is almost like a blind take coming from HoaX, just so happened that he found a couple of them.
MP King won't be able to chase the guys down at least. The split push still there. Innocent just went for the brute force breastplate, so this is a confirmed tank carry, something we haven't seen for a long time. I mean, SRG, I feel like they need to buy a bit of time, right? See You Soon have a minor lead with the Lord in tow. SRG will need to take care of it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when it comes down to the later stages of the game, will HoaX even be able to do much?
With the Flicker Earth Shatter, only hitting on the Cram. See You Soon should be able to get this mid-tier 1. Sorry, on Felix to the backs. The guys is baiting a little bit, trying to fish for resources, cannot get it. Yums now finds the kick. That's the Jit Kundo. SRG finds the turnaround. Stormy finds the double kill. MP the King takes down Yums, but See You Soon overwhelmed by SRG, and that's the clapback that they've won.
It's finally, I gotta have to say, they're just waiting for that perfect opportunity whereby they actually can be able to win in that fight. But with all of that said and done, it was scrappy after all. They're just looking down onto whoever's the lowest amount of HP. We bring that down. We are just going to be focusing onto whoever that can die fastest. Kill that guy first, and then we move on to the next. But I gotta have to say though, Yums did manage to get a pretty nice lock on to Felix, which is understandably one of the most annoying heroes from the side of See You Soon. Once he's down, I don't think that there's a lot of ways whereby See You Soon is able to just drag onto the team fight and potentially cause Selangor Giants in a more in a tougher spot.
A bit of a pause as well, so we'll see what the issue is going to be from the teams. But so far, I expected what I've expected for SRG is, you know, methodical play, try to get the lead, get the snowball rolling.
Me too.
They have done that. See You Soon, play scrappy, you know, play chaotic. They've done that as well. But to see SRG play into that game and still find a way to come out on top, right? Taking on See You Soon head on every single time is definitely something that I didn't expect, at least not happen. But not at least not throughout the whole game. Like SRD is just fighting See You Soon.
Yeah, at first I'm really thinking that as what I'm gonna be expecting from SRG is just top lane and bottom lane super sufficient, and we are mostly just gonna be looking at the roaming trio that just makes their way over to the side lanes to really help around or just put on some river control, so on and so forth. But so far, what I've been seeing, it really just boils down to the assassin junglers just taking the highway to the opponents and just try to do something. And if it doesn't, then they will just dip out, because both of these junglers, they have high mobility. As such, if they fail an assassination attempt, they can just very simply just walk away. It's almost like there is no threat. They can be
More reliable than in that mouth? Not cool, kiddo. Not cool. They call me a paper chaser? But who is it? Vecna is not fat. He's just big boned. Bargaining. Whoever you are, the price is fixed.
of a Roma as well as a EXP later. So SRG, they have really focused on the Yuzhong to be taken out, but the Roma in this case, they definitely want to look for crowd control capabilities. If we want the damage and the crowd control, as I said before, Edith is definitely good, but if they were to go for someone else like a Minotaur in this very instance, yes, massive amount of crowd control all across the board, but doesn't really quite have the damage to kind of work with that all-strike team comp that Siusun made in Game 1.
See, I mean, show this get banned out by SRG. Good respect. And Boxy the King, he himself also one of the few premier show players. It's the matchup that I've been looking forward to the entire time. You see, this 4-pick could still, we are still looking for Roma and XP laner for SYS. You could leave XP for last, so you can get a good matchup for yourselves. Roma-wise, I suppose, there's still Edith. Yeah, and pick it up.
Yep, quite simple. So they are still going for the strike. We are now left in the EXP lanes. Paquito is nice to see. Terizla may not have that big of a kill potential. However, he will be able to go toe-to-toe against a Aleph pretty effectively. But I do want to see an Akai though, as much as Akai hasn't been seen all that much in today's games. But having the combination of Akai being able to lock someone down from side to Yusun and completely displace everyone, whilst still triggering a lot of that damage potential from Aleph, the Rome Akai is what I want.
I suppose Akai Rome, I don't remember which region picked it. So yeah, Terizla, Aurora, kind of what we talked about, right? Terizla is still a pick for Cram, the Aurora for Stormy, that has been one of his signatures to a certain degree. So it is going to be Arlet Rome onto Yung's decent setup, and a lot of charges you can catch, but we've seen the power of the Bane. Bane jungle means, as much as you are a fan, you jump on top of the Bane, you have to be careful to not get one tap by his combo.
Now, final pick coming up. So far, when it comes to SRG, they have got pretty annoying mid laner thus far. They have got really good damage all across the board, and they're gonna have to look out for someone that could go toe-to-toe against a Terizla now that the Aleph is confirmed to be going over to the Rome position. As such, sorry, I'm Felix is now gonna be looking at a Labu, which looks a lot more into the survivability as well as the utility side of Siusun, being able to be that one frontliner that will go as a duo together with that Edith. So all in all, Siusun still have got a pretty good draft for themselves. They are pretty nice. They're pretty nice in lanes, except for Laku, I suppose. It's just probably just gonna keep throwing onto his swords and might not be able to leave the lanes as early as Terizla. But all in all, middle lane, they should be able to get a good control with the Edith as well as Valentina to really just offer a lot more pressure in the side lanes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we gotta see Siusun can claim a clean victory against SRG and officially delivering the first series loss to SRG more than 100 days since the last. Game number 2 happening right now. Selangor Giants blue side, Siusun red.
So right off the bat, we are looking at both teams' junglers that will be favoring the turtle side first. So they will be ending up their entire jungle rotation by the gold lane. So there could be a very high chance that we are going to be looking at very early aggression coming from both teams. It really kind of depends on how they want to play this out.
I say though, Ra has been so efficient on the Valentina. Even game 1 performance, right? You would think that normally Valentina still lose penalty zone, but he has been so good with Square the Dragon. I think Valentina, like, he is show as well. So far, the jungle path for both junglers is going to be inverted, so they won't bump into each other. A slap in the face. They took out the jungler, but lose 3 in return.
Kind of looks like an ultimate fiesta up in the top lane, where Siusun just decided to take every single one of the ultimates that they have, as well as, let's not forget about Ra's stolen ultimate from onto the side of Pram. They're just tossing right out, and they're not gonna give a single damn as to who's gonna be there, what's gonna be the prioritization. It just so happened the Selangor Giants, they were all just kept together in such a small coagulated area, and it's just very unfortunate positioning altogether.
Yeah, final flash, finding Boxy the King. Carries on right here, comes the deadly cash, and Pram again, penalty zone, finds Boxy the King. Where's the Primal Wrath? He is gonna eventually pop the stolen final slash to keep the guys away, and still finds the kill, but at the cost of Cram.
1-for-1 EXP for the Roma, unfortunately. So pause 5 and pause 4, you know, that not that big of a deal, but see you soon will be able to find that opportunity to try to push out the top lane just a tad little bit to give Lapu a little bit more gold. And that is something that Lapu definitely wants, right? Especially with the new HoaX, we would want to see this Lapu go completely crazy once he's got that into his arsenal.
Sky Piercer done for Sakai's. HoaX purchased by MP the King. Enchanted Talisman for Ra. One of the best Valentina performers I've seen, or at least we've seen today. So at least for SRG, they're not too far behind, just a measly 1,000 deficit. Still very much within recovery range.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe that with this upcoming total as well, See You Soon is definitely going to be trying to contest for it. Sekis is just going to be coming in real soon, but Cram...
And Cram is controlled for days on end. Sakai finds the bag once Ra Turtle secured by MP the King.
I would say that there's definitely going to be some finally good trades to a certain extent, but because of the fact that it didn't manage to get a turtle, it just kind of thrown everything completely off guard. It's a pause 3 for a pause 4, so we can definitely expect a little bit more from the side of Selangor Giants as they slowly try to get themselves back into this game.
Check the bush, now sees it, Box to the King. Gonna flick out the onward, but ends up losing soul. Box to the King will be sacrificed as well. Double kill for Sakai. See you soon. The backup late to the party, but Storian, Felix, and Ra will be there to be able to find anyone.
With all of the turrets plating already taken out by 5 minutes into the game, I'm pretty sure that we can expect the Selangor Giants will want to be extremely aggressive with all of their movements and positioning thus far. They have been putting themselves right onto the map and constantly trying to take more of these river control as time goes by, especially with Sekai being extremely aggressive with all of these kills. Even though he's not taking a lot of kills per se, he's been really throwing himself out there to just kind of bruise up the enemies as much as possible.
Even doing some limit testing on the top side onto MP the King, right? Just one full combo, that's half his health
Half
gone.
HP, yeah.
Didn't have the
But now
purple
he's
buff
also
to continue.
picked up the Blade of Heptases too.
But the execution in target's very apparent, right? If I can get on top of Ra or so, that would be optimal. Stolen ultimate, stolen Aurora ult. See, Yum's gonna find Ra, who so far has played an immaculate Valentina game, despite having one death. Innocent forcing out the bravest fighter from Sorian Felix as well.
I wouldn't say that any one of these teams is currently having their back against the wall. It really just comes down to a punching match whereby both teams are just currently really testing the abilities of their own skills, how much damage that they are really able to bring out over to the side of their opponents. So this is kind of like a testing phase, if whether they are online yet or if whether they are able to really burst someone down, because we don't necessarily see a lot of batteries here. But in the meantime, Zoom immediately lose the flicker.
Oh, Felix follows up with his own Flicker Landshaker. Box to the King, trying to fight Cram, mano to mano. He was able to get away. Storian Felix now in the red zone, able to be saved by So Innocent. Still trying to fight on. Turtle also underway. Split fights everywhere. Cram keeping Box to the King around. Finds the 3-man penalty zone to the back. MP the King frozen still. Gets the Turtle, and Cram unfortunately might be given away. So picking up the kill, and See You Soon stops SRG.
The third objective in a row that unfortunately Selangor Giants hasn't been able to get for themselves. As See You Soon has been pretty methodical with every single one of their movements, albeit a little bit scrappy still, but they know exactly what they are trying to go for. They have got a system whereby they are just going to be focusing onto the objective. Take control of the river. Whoever that they see, they would just try to go in because they're not too afraid of being punished at all, considering the fact that Selangor Giants, the only thing they gotta have to look out for is the final splash coming from Yums as well as Stormy's shots.
Yeah. Stolen purple buff, but MP pays with his life. Sky Piercer stack granted to Sakai.
It's 2-7-6. Manageable level for Selangor Giants. 2,000 gold lead for the side of See You Soon, and all of the turrets are still standing up tall. The only difference is See You Soon's middle lane and the bottom lane tier 1 turrets have suffered quite a bit of chip damage. So I wouldn't be too surprised that the amount of split push potential from Selangor Giants would eventually get themselves some of these money bags lying around the Land of Dawn and put themselves right back on the map to really threaten See You Soon's potential in winning the mid game.
And I see Ra just picked up the glowing wand. as well. Season still ahead in terms of goal, but definitely not as big of a lead as they would have wanted. Waiting for the first Lord to spawn though, that's where the turning point was for game number 1. And SRG definitely a lot more in control, right? They're not being forced into these scrappy fights. They're not taking that risk. They're not running into See You Soon and trying to fight them to the death. A bit more controlled.
A tad bit more control, yeah. Especially since See You Soon now no longer has the link that will just jump in and run out completely unpunished. Well, Selangor Giants, they still have the Fanny, so they still have that kind of element of just jumping in and out for no apparent reason kind of thing. But it is still an act of bruising. You're able to find out information with no repercussions.
Exciting one is down. In fact, trying to look for a jump, finds the flip. That is Yums. Surely gonna go down. Innocent comes in. Lycan Pounce gets the kill onto Soul. Looking for reset. Sakai now joins the fight. It is a push and pull, bait and switch. It's a in and out for SRG. Innocent in the back line. Looking for Sorry, I'm Felix. Trying to find the final blow. Gets it. But can he get out though? MP the King on the chase. Triple kill for Innocent. Jumps away. Transforms into the Lycan. MP the King misses the crab claw cannon. And Innocent just juking it out. Sakai joins the fight. MP the King standing out. Deadliest Cash. That one goes wide. And See You Soon being pulled around like a ragdoll.
Oh, MP the King being played around, chasing the Roger, missing the skill shot. Sakis joins in. He refocuses his target only onto a cable flying Fanny. Unfortunate. I mean, we're talking about Bane after all. It definitely takes time for him to eventually be able to walk up to someone, especially with that big belly of his. So See You Soon missing out quite a bit of kill potential there, but regardless, it's not that big of a deal. Selangor Red Giants did manage to pull themselves right out of the ditch though, putting themselves right about 500 gold lead on top of See You Soon.
And final slash, Foxy the King onwards to dash. Crabclaw Clan and starting to hurt as well. The Earth Shadow onto the guys. Primal Wrath committed. See You Soon using cruiser resources. Dash this frozen combo from Stormy to find a kill on a Boxy, but Innocent uses the cut penalty zone from Crab to save Innocent and allowing Sakai to come in for the kill. But Sakai ends up going down. MP the King finds a double kill. Innocent with the execution. Finds the combo, finds the timing. Sorry, I'm Felix on the run. Innocent dodges the synchro fission from Soul and ends up escaping. The only person left alive on SRG.
Oh man, a nail-biting situation whereby Selangor Red Giants Innocent is just playing his micro game and just hoping that he will be able to turn things around. It definitely comes to the point whereby he could have outplayed Sorry, I'm Felix at that point in time, but Soul came into the fray and completely flipped the script around. But luckily for Innocent, it didn't go down there, and that is what is most important about that team fight.
That's one of the reasons why Innocent Roger is a different being, a force of nature. Still See You Soon, able to get a small victory off of that fight. SRG now focusing down on this Lord. Storm and Feast definitely sees this. Can MP the King arrive to the scene on time? Doesn't seem as possible. So guys will get the objective, but Foxy the King finds the flip onto Yums. They will have to give it away. Yums dashing with the Vengeance, wants to find safety, but a bullet to the back, and that's him down.
Unfortunate, but now Innocent, he's just gonna try to get his way out of that and unfortunately have to expend his flicker. But not that big of a deal since they do have a lot that will be marching in the bottom lane.
Prem just cleared out the top wave, but might be cleared as well. Penalty zone, flicker, flip back, Boxy just on the mark. And Peter King gets assassinated down bot, but Cram will have to be traded back. See You Soon though, not able to do much in the top side because minion wave not in their favor.
They smell blood in the water and they are swimming right into the face of Cram. They knew that they gotta have to get out of that fight with a single kill as the least amount of trades that they gotta have to get out, that they gotta have to get for. So at this point in time, Selangor Red Giants, they did manage to get on par with See You Soon. Definitely the closest game that they can have against See You Soon. So we're definitely going to be looking into how the late game is going to pan out for both of these teams. See You Soon definitely have got quite a bit of potential considering the fact that they do have a Bane with crazy amount of burst damage as well as great aerial denial from the side of the deadly catch. And when it comes down to Ra, he's able to steal quite a lot of skills that could be very pivotal to team fights, such as the penalty zone or perhaps even the final slash, to really cater to what they really need in the team fight in the later stages.
Even innocent decked out in items as well. Great Dragon Spear, Rose Gold Meteor. First inhibitor down for See You Soon. Bottom side, courtesy of the Lord. So you can assume both teams are just going to wait for the third Lord to spawn and fight over it. Actually, the second Lord, in fact. First Lord took the first Lord took quite long to take down.
Yep. And to add on top of that, that very first Lord that Selangor Giants managed to get for themselves is not only just getting all of the outer turrets, albeit they did miss out the outer turrets in the top lane, but what's the bigger bonus is the fact that they did manage to bring down the inhibitor turret in the bottom lane, which is not something that you would naturally expect from the very first Lord. So I would take that as a very big win for Selangor Giants. They no longer really have to care about the bottom lane all that much, while See You Soon, they have to put a lot of attention down the bottom lane, especially since there are money bags down in the bottom lane as the two turrets.
Yeah, Innocent's gonna take care of the top tier 2 as well, opening up the map bit by bit. Last out the tier defense of See You Soon, demolish. And SRG in prime control, right? When you have a side lane open up without an inhibitor, that's where heroes like the Fanny can really go to town and really start taking, start pulling you apart, playing the map, playing the side lanes.
This is where Selangor Giants also apply a little bit of that mental damage over to See You Soon, because See You Soon really have to constantly keep an eye on the bottom lane. They need to have very good map awareness to make sure that, okay, bottom lane is taken care of, we're able to clear out the bottom wave fast enough for the next objective, because the Fanny can always come in any time, either in the Lord's pit or perhaps even in the lanes to kind of push out the entire waves. As you can see you soon, they do have the Lapu Lapu that is situated in the middle lane, ready to kind of push down the bottom lane whenever is absolutely required. And Fanny can always jump back into a Lord's pit if they so absolutely needed it to.
You can see the intention of See You Soon. They refuse to let the Lord fully reset. They can rush it down and threaten HoaX to show up and not continue to push that bottom lane. So in the end, it's a full reset initiated by SRG. Final slash does miss. Walks to the King, that's the flip of the Innocent. Gets away. Escorted out by Stormy. Some resources out from both sides.
Primal Wrath also going to be initiated for See You Soon, so we are lacking quite a bit of damage potential that See You Soon could be putting out for this match. While Lapu Lapu is still preoccupied in the bottom lane to kind of deal with all of that, stuff. Sekis is not seen in the map at all, so this sneaky beaky action may actually reward them handsomely.
Yeah, Ra has a stolen penalty zone, right? So he is going to be a crucial target to take down HoaX. They show up, that's the final slash, catching 2, and everyone just crowd control, frozen to bits. Cram finds Soul with the penalty zone, but they need a follow-up, and Innocent needs to be there. Unfortunately, can't do too much though. Stormy's passive expires. Cram tried to beat Soul in submission, but cannot get in range, and Cram will go down. HoaX wants to clean up, finds Soul, loses his own immortality. As Cram is on the run, HoaX finds safety. Both teams trading blow for blow, but it's See You Soon again coming out on top. As Orion Felix looking for Cram, and it should take a while. It's just a waste of time. And Peter King on the Lord.
It's definitely tough for See You Soon, but in the meantime, it's also really tough for Fanny to be able to go for any form of assassination attempt, as we saw that he went one-on-one against Soul, and it didn't come out all that beautiful for HoaX. I was hoping for sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies and such for HoaX as an assassin, but he got kind of outscaled by Soul, especially with the Zaman Force, the massive amount of shields that's constantly regenerated for this Harif. This Fanny can't go for instant kills.
And Boxer King missing the onwards. That could have been fatal for HoaX. All things considered, right? This is still dead even. We've reached critical point, the point of no return.
Still second Lord.
Still second Lord.
There's still a long way to go, I suppose. But See You Soon, they're finally making a mark on this Lord's fight. And they have all 5 men poised and postured for this fight going on. Now, how about Fanny, though?
Penalty zone, Cram's gonna throw his body. Stormy commits everything, gets one-shotted. As then Peter King goes down, HoaX is gonna be around, but can't get close to the Lord. He wants to run away. Ra on the chase, can't find him. Innocent, so isolated. One shot, Soul with the help of Yumes. And Innocent He's just a wild beast on the loose.
Ram?
Final slash. Brought back Innocent. Continues dodges the blaze from Sorion Phoenix and sidesteps the bravest warrior.
Oh, bottom lane,
Nothing can stop Innocent. He
Bottom lane, though.
is unleashed. Triple kill for Innocent. Looking for number 4. Boxing
Bottom lane,
he ain't
though.
got nothing on him. Innocent
Oh
cleans it up for the
my
Maniac. And
goodness.
Selangor Red Giants ties it up and takes down See You Soon.
Oh boy! See You Soon unfortunately wasn't able to win in that very final fight as they went all in for that Lord's fight, and we have seen the effect of how much a Lord can really deal in terms of damage the longer you kind of pull it out for. And especially when we're looking at this, just the second Lord, we are 18 minutes into the game, definitely a very painful Lord. But all in all, I gotta have to say that it's just so many push and pull kind of elements in that final team fight, as we can see in this highlights. We'll eventually be able to get that, but that final team fight is definitely going to be one of the major highlights as to how Selangor Red Giants even managed to get it, because that fight could literally go any way, and the winner for that fight would eventually be able to either storm in and end the core, or just bring down every single one of the turrets in the middle lane to kind of end it all off.
It's a testament also to how good Innocence Roger is. If I get $1
Not a single death.
for every ability he dodges, or for every single time he got out with a sliver of health, I wouldn't have much, but I have at least $50. That's how good he is on that Roger. He picked Roger as his signature hero when after the MPL MY finals, where he was picked as the Grand Finals MVP. He picked Roger as the hero that he wants people to remember him by, and that game too is perfect evidence of it.
Not only just Grand Finals MVP, but even the regular season's MVP, and for very good reasons, as you all can be able to tell throughout all of that, right? I believe that he ended the game with a total of 10 kills, or maybe was it 11, with not a single death to his name, despite that kind of scenario whereby it is an all-strike team from See You Soon. Very aggressive front with a lot of damage that could very potentially just kill off this Roger in many ways or another. So with this scoreboard coming up here, we can have a very good idea about every single one of these items and how the things are, how the entire game eventually transpired into. So we do have a very good understanding that it's a very team fight based game coming from SRG, and they are funneling everything that they could over to Innocent, being the main linchpin of the team, with a completely decked out Titan, Vitality, Wind Talker, Rose Gold Meteor, Malefic Roar, the Great Dragon Spear, as well as Endless Battle. He just went all in and just shredded everyone from the side of See You Soon. Initially, I really didn't think that Soul would go down that easily, but it is relatively amazing to see that they went for the side of SRG. They did whatever that they could, and they knew and understood that the main problem was Harith. And the moment that Harith goes down, SRG would be able to kind of play that push and pull method and just kind of trade and cycle the amount of damage that See You Soon is dealing onto them.
Yeah, and I also have to add on the fact that Innocent went deathless in a game like this. It's so chaotic. It's incredible, right? You have to imagine how on point you have to be on that Roger to not only on point, but the fact that you're dodging key abilities, you're able to weave in and out of fights, you're able to judge when you can find a killing blow threshold. Everything that Innocent did just felt like he had done it 1,000 times in his head before the execution. So props to him, but also props to SYS, right, for being able to draw a game from SRG. Not able to convincingly beat them 2-0, but at least we know that they gave Selangor Red Giants a dang good run for the money.
Definitely. The scrappiness of See You Soon is definitely gonna put a quite a mark in my heart for how crazy, how random things are. But definitely that is the case for game number 1. Super random. But for game number 2, they definitely have a little bit more system. So it's kind of, what can I say, an organized chaos from the side of See You Soon, whereby they know what they want, but in the meantime,
And we gotta see today's schedule. The today's schedule in terms of the score as well. We have Falcons AP brand, excuse me, taking a 2-0 over Senyo Gaming, and then Cloud9 dropping 0-2 to Falcons Esport. Then Fnatic Onyx 2-0 Team Falcons. We have NIP Flash getting a 2-0, a clean one over Fireflux Esports. And that's just the first half of the day. And you'd think it couldn't get any better, right? We witnessed one of the most incredible comebacks on live from Falcons Esports. And then we have the second half of the day where we also witnessed some incredible feats from some of these teams. Team Liquid Philippines a 2-0 over Twisted Minds. Homeboys a 2-0 getting revenge over Team Spirit. And both streams ending their last match with a draw. Evil Glory drawing with RRQ Akira, and See You Soon fighting a draw against the Selangor Red Giants.
What a way to end the day, don't you think, Husky? 1-1 for both streams. It pretty much just shows us the level of competition that we can see here in MSC 2024, and we are not even done. This is just day number 1, and we have so much more to cover throughout the entirety of MSC 2024 here at the Esports World Cup at Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. It has been a blast covering every single one of these games, and it has been a blast to also look at all the skins that Muntan has managed to push out, because the battle within for the Soul Vessel skin series, they are coming out really soon. So make sure you guys mark it on your calendar for July of 7th as the Soul Vessel skin series, where we have Amon as well as Hanabi be part of these series. We have Vessel of the Seed, which is the name of the Amon skin. In the meantime, we have Vessel of Rain, which is the name of Hanabi skin as well, as slated for a stunning reveal.
I can't wait to see it, right? I feel like the skins can only get better. The particles, the attention to detail. We are heading down a very colorful path. Even the Starlight theme for this year, up to this point where we get cushion
so
for the
nice.
late Starlight, has been so nice. So who knows? This is just day 1 of the group stage, right? I can't imagine what we can expect down the road. Every single game, every single series has delivered in their own way, whether you are a fan of the team that won or whether it was a big upset. It shows one thing, that regardless of what team from what region, everyone is catching up. The battlefield, the competitiveness has not been this close in ever.
Yeah, we are looking at the epitome of evolving stages of the game, where every single one of these teams and regions have got a lot of time and practice being drilled into them, and the level of competition is just growing higher and higher and higher, to the point that the skill ceiling, can we even touch that? Are we able to reach all to that? Will we be looking at the fall of Fnatic Onyx at one point in time, or perhaps even for the side of Liquid Echo? These would not be a dream anymore, or it would not be something that we dream of, because at one point in time we will never know, one of these dark horses may actually come up on top and beat every single one of these big names.
Yeah, I think it's just, we had such an amazing day, right? Even when you kind of look back at the individual highlights, right, or the overall highlights of the entire day, it's just the teams being able to kind of put up a good fight. I feel like today, for me, the most memorable series is definitely FCon against Cloud9. We talk about how both teams came in here with their own reasons to restore the glory days for their region and for themselves. And then you see FCon pull off 2 comebacks in a row. Completely unheard of, but that's what makes MSC so darn competitive. And even SRG not being able to have a smooth path, right? Fighting tooth and nail against SYS. Who knows? Perhaps the upset is just the beginning of something greater.
Now, throughout the entire game, or rather throughout the entire day, I gotta have to say that the highlight of the series gotta have to go down to the Trial of the Giants, right? See You Soon and Selangor Red Giants. Both of these two teams, they played one heck of a game, and I mean, it's a 1-1. We are always looking out for 1-1s.
Yeah, I mean, I am personally always looking out. It's either we get a draw. I mean, who doesn't like a good tiebreaker, right? I mean, audiences will like it, but maybe the players are gonna feel a bit more stress. End of the day, I think the most crucial part is just how these high stakes situations really bring out the best of some of these teams, right? For example, when the odds are stacked against FCON, you look at what Royal Milk did, and he was one of the players that at the start of the show we said Royal Milk, he has his moments, but he also could be the weakest link of the team, and he ended up becoming the savior of Falcons esports. So I think these storylines, when you build on top of it, it just feels so rewarding to see the players that might have been doubted along the way prove their worth.
So, of course, I believe that we gotta have to talk about the fact that it's a best of 2 game once again. And the next few days, it is still best of 2. So remember that when we are looking at the entirety of the group stages.
Yeah, I mean, we even have the play of the day coming up, and I wonder what that one is going to be. I have a play of the day in my mind, but let's take a look at what it is. Yeah, and I think the play of the day is, I think, the Royal Defense, right? Royal Defense by Royal Milk.
God, this
1v4, the flicker on top of Basic to basically smash his skull in, the immortality to buy time for Benny to come back, and it's just crazy. I mean, Royal Milk, this man.
Yeah, I mean, that must be really difficult to watch for the North American fans out there, right? It really seemed as though there could be a chance for Cloud9 to be able to end the game right there and then. But no, one random Terizla that is able to come in like that and being able to, number one, sustain throughout the entire battle, being able to clear the entire wave itself and still hold things out. Boy,
Yeah,
gotta love
that. That's the pop-off I want to see. If I'm FCON, if I'm the coaching staff, if I'm the fans, that's the reaction that I want to see. That's the reaction I'll get, right? You could have not planned a better way to end the game. And even not just for FCON, even for teams like Homeboys, right? Finding their revenge against Team Spirit after a devastating loss on the M5 stage. The kind of just how the team
the dance.
and the dance from Nets as well. I'm telling you, players that join Homeboys naturally become more expressive on stage. It's just our thing, you know.
I think it's kind of like a Malaysia thing as well, huh? You guys naturally just have great sportsmanships.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the end of just day number 1 of the Mid-Season Cup 2024 in conjunction with Esports World Cup. It's been a hell of a day, but if you guys think that this is all we got to offer, we got more to come for you. Starting for tomorrow, group stage continues. Remember, only 2 teams from each group will make it to top 8. May the best team wins. That's all for us. We're going to draw the curtains on you all. I'm Husky, alongside my friend Abstract right here, wishing you guys a very, very good night and enjoy the rest of MSC 2024. Goodbye.